Detroit, the crucible of a nation. Detroit in the 1930s was a city of stark contrasts. The booming auto industry promised prosperity. Yet for many Black Americans, it was a city of struggle. They faced discrimination in housing, employment, and education. The Great Depression had exacerbated their plight, pushing them further into poverty and despair. The streets of Detroit were alive with a mixture of hope and desperation. Jazz music filled the air, a testament to the city's vibrant cultural scene. Yet, beneath the surface, tension simmered. The Ku Klux Klan cast a long shadow, their presence a constant reminder of the racism that permeated American society. Black communities were trapped in a cycle of poverty and violence. It was in this cauldron of social unrest that the Nation of Islam, and by extension the Fruit of Islam, took root. Elijah Muhammad's message resonated deeply with the Black community. A beacon in the darkness, the need for the Fruit of Islam. The creation of the Fruit of Islam was not a matter of choice. It was born out of necessity. Black men found themselves in a society that demonized and devalued them. They were denied basic human rights, subjected to violence, and denied opportunities. The FOI emerged as a response to this systemic oppression. They were a physical manifestation of the community's desire for safety and self-determination. The FOI served as protectors, their presence a deterrent against racist attacks and police brutality. They understood the language of the streets, the unspoken threats, and the ever-present danger. Their mere presence challenged the status quo, reminding those in power that Black lives mattered. They emphasized education, economic empowerment, and spiritual growth as pathways to liberation. The FOI believed that by uplifting themselves, they could uplift their entire community. The early members of the Fruit of Islam. The men who joined the FOI were ordinary people who had made an extraordinary decision. They chose to stand up and fight for their dignity. They came from all walks of life, each carrying their own burdens and scars. But within the ranks of the FOI, they found a brotherhood that transcended their differences. They were united by their commitment to a greater cause. These early members understood the risks. They knew that their involvement in the FOI could cost them their jobs, their freedom, and even their lives. Yet, they persevered, driven by an unwavering belief in their mission. They understood that freedom was not free. It came at a cost, and they were willing to pay that price. They were the guardians of their people, the protectors of their dreams. Unwavering discipline, the hallmarks of the Fruit of Islam. Discipline formed the bedrock of the Fruit of Islam. It was through rigorous training that ordinary men were molded into symbols of strength and self-control. Their days began before sunrise, filled with physical drills, martial arts training, and spiritual study. They adhered to a strict moral code, abstaining from alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. They understood that their bodies were temples and their minds were weapons to be honed. This unwavering discipline was not about creating soldiers. It was about building character. It was about instilling a sense of pride and self-worth in men who had been systematically stripped of their dignity. The FOI taught them to stand tall, to look the world in the eye, and to demand respect. They learned to control their emotions, their actions, and their destinies. They were expected to be responsible fathers, husbands, and members of the community. The FOI sought to create role models, men who embodied the principles of self-reliance, integrity, and and moral uprightness. The fruit of Islam's protective role. The fruit of Islam emerged during a time when violence against black communities was rampant. Lynchings were a terrifying reality, and police brutality was a constant threat. The FOI took it upon themselves to protect their communities, serving as a deterrent against racial violence. They understood that their presence alone could mean the difference between life and death. They patrolled their neighborhoods, providing a sense of security in a world that often felt unsafe. They escorted members of the Nation of Islam to rallies and meetings, ensuring their safety in the face of potential threats. They stood guard outside homes and businesses, their presence a silent but powerful message to those who sought to intimidate or harm. The FOI's role in protecting their communities went beyond physical defense. The fruit of Islam's commitment to morality. The fruit of Islam was more than just a security force. They were guardians of morality, committed to upholding the highest ethical standards. They understood that true strength came from within, from a foundation of integrity and self-respect. They were taught to reject the vices that plagued their communities, the drugs, alcohol, and crime that kept their people trapped in a cycle of poverty and despair. The FOI's commitment to morality was evident in their personal lives. They were expected to be faithful husbands, loving fathers, and responsible members of their communities. They understood that their actions spoke louder than words, and that they had a responsibility to set a positive example for their families and their people. Their dedication extended beyond their homes as they actively engaged in community service, helping to uplift and support those around them. Mentoring the youth was a crucial part of their mission, ensuring that the next generation would continue to uphold these values. By participating in local events and initiatives, they reinforced their commitment to being pillars of their communities. Their efforts did not go unnoticed, as they often received recognition for their positive impact and unwavering dedication to morality. How the fruit of Islam empowered black communities. The impact of the fruit of Islam on black communities extended far beyond their physical presence. Their unwavering discipline, their commitment to morality, and their dedication to self-improvement had a profound effect on the people they swore to protect. The FOI became a symbol of black pride, a testament to the power of self-determination and collective action. The very sight of these men standing tall and proud in their crisp uniforms instilled a sense of hope and possibility in those who had grown accustomed to seeing black men marginalized and dehumanized. They challenged the negative stereotypes that permeated society, demonstrating that black men were capable of discipline, intelligence, and leadership. The FOI's emphasis on education, economic empowerment, and spiritual growth resonated deeply within black communities. Their community service initiatives further solidified their role as pillars of strength and resilience. Through unity and unwavering dedication, the fruit of Islam empowered black communities to rise above adversity and strive for a brighter future. From the streets to the temple, stories of transformation. The fruit of Islam's impact was perhaps most evident in the lives of its members. Men who had once been lost in the throes of despair found redemption and purpose within the ranks of the FOI. They traded the chaos of the streets for the discipline of the temple, their lives transformed by the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and the brotherhood they found in the FOI. There were countless stories of men whose lives had been touched by the FOI. Men who had once been addicted to drugs or alcohol found the strength to overcome their addictions. Men who had been incarcerated found a path to redemption and became productive members of society. The FOI provided these men with more than just rules and regulations. They provided them with a sense of belonging, a purpose greater than themselves, and the tools they needed to rebuild their lives. The transformation stories are a testament to the power of community and the enduring spirit of the FOI. A legacy of strength, the enduring impact of the fruit of Islam. The legacy of the fruit of Islam extends far beyond its founding years. Their unwavering commitment to discipline, self-reliance, and community upliftment continues to inspire generations of Black Americans. The FOI's influence can be seen in the countless organizations and movements that followed, all dedicated to empowering Black communities and fighting for social justice. The FOI's emphasis on economic empowerment laid the groundwork for the Black Power movement's focus on Black ownership and self-determination. Their commitment to community defense inspired the formation of groups like the Black Panther Party, who took it upon themselves to protect their neighborhoods from police brutality. The fruit of Islam's legacy is not without its complexities. Today, modern-day activists continue to draw inspiration from the FOI's principles, ensuring their impact endures. Beyond the uniform, the fruit of Islam's contributions to society, the impact of the fruit of Islam extended far beyond the confines of the Nation of Islam. Their dedication to discipline, self-reliance, and community upliftment had a ripple effect, inspiring positive change in countless areas of society. Their commitment to education led them to establish schools and after-school programs, providing quality education to children who were often denied access to it. The FOI's focus on economic empowerment led them to support Black-owned businesses and to encourage entrepreneurship within their communities. They understood that economic independence was crucial to achieving true liberation. They organized job fairs, provided financial literacy training, and encouraged saving and investment. The fruit of Islam's commitment to service extended beyond their own communities. They were often on the front lines of disaster relief efforts, providing aid and support to those in need, regardless of their race or religion. Additionally, they promoted health and wellness programs, ensuring that their communities had access to essential healthcare services. Seeds of change, the fruit of Islam's influence on future generations. The fruit of Islam's legacy continues to shape the lives of young Black men and women today. Their example of discipline, self-respect, and community service serves as a powerful counter-narrative to the negative stereotypes that often plague Black youth. Their story is a reminder that true strength comes from within, and that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to rise above one's circumstances and make a positive impact on the world. Many young people today draw inspiration from the FOI's commitment to education, entrepreneurship, and social justice. They see the FOI's legacy reflected in the work of contemporary activists, organizers, and community leaders who are continuing the fight for equality and empowerment. The fruit of Islam's story is a testament to the transformative power of faith, discipline, and collective action. As they march forward, they carry the torch of resilience, illuminating the path for future generations to follow.